All right, sit down. Norwegian mackerel. This is Marsha's first Norwegian mackerel, so she's gonna try it. Go eat! So Bruno traditionally doesn't like mackerel for some reason. He just doesn't like it. See? But Mars is, this is gonna be her first time. Now, Mars, go eat! She's confused because they only have one bowl. Good girl. Yeah, Mars. Bruno just doesn't like it. See, he already lost interest. So this is Mars's first time. I'm not sure what she's gonna do. We'll see. All right, that's a good start. So she's trying it out. She hasn't had well. She's had sardines and other types of fish, but they were mainly cooked or boiled. So this is the first raw fish for Mars. Mars is about 3.5 weeks or 3 months and 3.5 months old. Believe it or not, she just ate. Maybe like 5 hours ago. She ate twice today. For some reason, she's still hungry when I fed her. When I fed her the first time, they normally get fed once. And it looks like she's still hungry right now. So, that's a good start. Good, Mars. Good, Mars. Good Mars. They normally get fed once. Even Mars get fed once, but she gets fed twice as much as Bruno. So she stuffed what she could eat. If she's still hungry, then we feed her again. How do we know if she's still hungry? If she's licking the floor, that's one way of knowing that she's still hungry. If she's licking the floor and she's looking for like food that's not there, then definitely she's still hungry. If she doesn't do that and she starts playing, then she's comfortable. I mean, Dr. Billinger's advocate for 4 times feeding, 3 times feeding, and then twice a day feeding for puppies. I mean, we tried that, but it's just too taxing for for Mars, because she normally sleeps. She needs a lot of sleep. So, and since she's always outside, we just try to feed her as much as she can on one feeding. Then if she needs more, then we just feed her. Generally, she's fine though. So here's Bruno. Bruno is a 3-year-old lab. He just turned 3. And right now he's playing with the pig. He knows I'm talking about him. He's playing with the pig right now. That's where they sleep. And this is just Mars eating. So this is her first time eating a fish, a whole fish. It weighs about a pound and a quarter. So it's it's not that big, but she already ate twice. She already ate about 2.5 pounds of raw food today, mainly chicken and organs, some cheese and vegetables and fruits. So this is her first fish. So Norwegian mackerel. They call it Norwegian saba. So I'm not a fish guy, I'm not sure what's the difference. I'm thinking they're just the same because it looks like a mackerel to me. That's all I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but in any case, that's what she's eating. So it hasn't been cleaned. Everything is in there. Some people doesn't like that. Some will not advocate doing that. But we've read other things regarding feeding fish, so we think that it's fine. She should be fine with this. And again, if there's any adverse effects, we'll let you guys know. I don't think there would be any because Bruno already done this. He had done this before. I mean, he didn't like the fish, but Mars is really enjoying it right now. So she's not starving at all. She already ate a lot. But she plays so much. She runs around, play with other dogs, get socialized, play with humans. So she's well-rounded, and she needs more food for energy and growth. Like, look at her paw. That's her paw, and that's a puppy. It's huge. She doesn't like people touching her paw, especially when eating. But I just do it anyway. It's nice to have some kind of, good. So she's trying to put it on the floor. As much as possible, I want her to eat inside the bowl. It's impossible to expect her to do that on her own because it's always easier to just lie on the ground and start chewing on it. But I just try. See, she knows it's easier. I know it's easier, but it's gonna be harder for me to clean up. Maybe in the future when she has her own backyard, then she could eat on the ground, and I could easily wash it away. Because now inside the house, when she's eating inside the house, and I have to really clean up after her. There's no skimping. So she's having fun. Raw bones are fine. They can chew it. Cooked bones are not okay. I mean, they can tolerate some cooked bones here and there, but of course you're risking them getting in trouble, and risking possibly complications if ever something gets stuck. But raw bones, we've never had any issues with it. Bruno has been eating raw bones for quite some time now, and she's been eating raw bones ever since she was a puppy. After she stopped suckling, she started eating raw bones, and Bruno is chewing here, and he doesn't like the food, so he's chewing the pig. So Bruno is really a picky eater. He's picking what he wants to eat. I don't think there's a way to train him out of it, because he's a rescue dog, so maybe he's used to like eating just one kind of thing all the time, every time, and so that's a problem. So here, he's currently dismantling the pig. I mean, he's not eating it, he's just chewing. And over here, Mars is having fun. This is really raw. I'll let you guys watch her munch this up. She's gonna eat it up all the way. Like, she's really that hungry. And she's growing too, see? You see her, she's really, like, she looks very thin, but she gets fed a lot. Like, if she's hungry, then we would feed her. So Mars is a golden lab. She's mixed with an English lab and American lab, so she's a little different than most labs here in the United States. Just because of the hair, like it's kind of like a golden, but she's not a Goldie. Mars. Well, she ate something. I didn't see it. Probably from one of the toys that they've broken. See, she's gonna try, and I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to catch her, but it's really much easier if it's on the ground, and she wants to do it. Okay, so here's Mars again. I apparently ran out of memory on my phone, so I'm using another phone. There might be slight differences in the quality, but that's fine. Go ahead, Mars, just eat. So that's Mars and that's Bruno again. Bruno is munching on the pig because he doesn't like fish. He just doesn't like it. I have to put olive oil and a bunch of other things on the fish just for Bruno to like the fish. With Mars though, I mean, she started very young, so she's 3.5 months, and this is her first time eating a whole fish. But she's been eating tuna, sardines, and other fishes, typically cooked or steamed. But the sardines is straight from out of the can. But this is really her first fish ever. She's never had one like this before. So this is part of giving your dog a balanced diet when they're eating raw. You want them to have different types of protein, different types of organs. So Bruno is eating the pig. So he's breaking it apart. But I know you want to see Mars eating and devouring this fish. So I thought about freezing it and having her eat it frozen, but I think it's just gonna take her too long. And at the same time, this is her first time eating a whole fish, and I don't want it to spoil. So the minute I got home, we started feeding her again. And it looks like she's hungry. She's very slim, but the ribs are not showing, so that's good. If the ribs are showing, they definitely need to feed her more. But again, she's getting fed more than Bruno. Bruno is about 94 pounds as of 2 days ago. And Mars is about 35 pounds, more or less. But she's probably grown. She's grown about a good 2 inches since we last weighed her. And she's due to see the vet next week for her final round of shots. And then she should be fine, for at least a year. So they're very calm dogs. They're very chill with other dogs, so you can't really stop her. That's just part of eating. Just part of giving them raw. I mean, I can try, but then I have to wash my hand later. There you go. Yeah, so when that happens, and you really have to be careful, especially if you have younger kids at home. You want to make sure that you clean up afterwards. Well, I'm running out of footage, so I'm just gonna give you guys some snapshots. I think it's gonna take her longer than usual to eat all of this. It's probably gonna take another 15 minutes. I'm gonna try to take as much as I can though, so I can share it to you guys. Well, that's it, guys. Just finished eating it. I thought it would take her longer, but it doesn't. It didn't take her that long to finish it. It only took her another 2 minutes. So that was really yummy. And I'll just try to help her out. Mars, over here. Marcy, over here. Good girl. I'm just gonna start cleaning up. So Bruno gave me this. He wants me to show you guys how he's doing. All right, good boy, good boy. He wants to play. Good girl, Mars. So here's Mars. She always do that. And yeah, she's cleaning up her plate. It looks like she's still hungry.